Hey guys, welcome to this free Python course, and here you will going to learn about Python basics using tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard. So let me just tell you what you will going to learn in this free Python course. So basically my friends, first of all, in introduction we will going to teach you the basics of ChatGPT and Google Bard and how you can learn it. So you will going to get idea how ChatGPT and Google Bard works and everything. Okay, then we will going to teach you how you can set up your Python and Visual Studio Code. Now what is this thing? We will going to explain you all of them, and then we will going to discuss some concepts like variables, and inside variables we will going to discuss declaration types, operations and manipulations with variable, how you can do that. And my friends, the best thing about this course is that throughout this course we will going to use ChatGPT and Google Bard to understand all the concepts, right? So it will be very much fun and easy because ChatGPT will also going to explain you Python, Google Bard will also going to explain you Python, and I will also going to teach you about Python. So with these three combination you will going to learn and understand Python in a very easy way, and you will going to get a good enough idea. Okay, and the more faster you will going to learn the Python. Okay, now if we just talk about what are the other things we will going to learn. So we will going to learn like operators, if function, else function, conditions, arguments, parameters, what is return function, recursive function, how you can import modules, how you can install pip. Okay, so pip is a modular that can help us to install some external packages. Now what are these things? Everything is taught to you from scratch. Okay, then we will going to teach you what is loops, lists, sets, tuples, dictionaries, etc. These are also important concept. What is object oriented programming, which includes specially attributes and methods, and we will also going to go in advance of that is op. Okay, so we will also going to teach you inside this free course about the object oriented programming, that is op. Okay, here we will going to discuss about important concepts like inheritance, polymorphism and encapsulation, and how it will going to help you with real practical examples. And then we will going to learn about JSON APIs, ChatGPT, and how you can integrate that on your Python. Okay, so everything is taught using ChatGPT and Google Bard, and you will going to learn Python, okay, in a very easy and simple way. So in this free course you will going to get a good amount of material, okay, to learn. So make sure that watch this free course from starting to end. You will of course going to learn a lot. Hey guys, so before we just start to learn the Python, I just want to teach you some of the requirements which you guys have to do. Okay, so let me just teach you some of the requirements, and I will also going to guide you everything like uh, from where you can do or satisfy all the requirements, right? So for example, if we just see and if I just show you the requirements, so guys, there are certain requirements I want you guys to fulfill. So first requirement is to install Python, right? So how you can basically install Python, we will going to teach you that. Okay, so basically Python is the language, okay, that will of course going to help us to do each and everything. Okay, so it's a concept, right? And the second thing is that we have to install Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code, in short we call this as a VS Code. Okay, so many of the people will going to use this term VS Code, right? So you also have to install this as well. So basically it's a kind of editor. It's a kind of editor that will going to help us to write code, right? So you have to basically install this Visual Studio Code as well. And the third is that you have to put, okay, that means you have to insert this Python inside your Visual Studio, right? So third requirement will be you have to insert Python inside VS Code. You can just ignore the handwriting for now, but these are the requirements. And therefore there is one more requirement, or I can say two more requirements, is that you first of all you just go ahead and do this. And how you can do that? So it's very simple, my friends. What you guys can do is that you can just go ahead and search here Cuckoo courses, okay? Click on enter button, and then you will see this website. So just click on this particular website, and from here, my friends, you guys have to basically scroll to very bottom, and then you guys will going to see this option called as read free blogs, okay? Click on that option. And my friends, from here you guys have to just type here Python, okay? Just search for Python, click on this search button, and then you will see a lot of guide here we have. So from here, my friends, you have to go to this article, that is ChatGPT Python guide. So just open this article, and after you guys will going to open this article, you just have to scroll down, and then my friends, here you can see under table of content we have just here three things, okay? That is install Python, install Visual Studio Code, and set up Python inside Visual Studio Code. So that is what we have taught you here. First you have to install Python, okay? Install Python. Then second is install Visual Studio Code, then install Visual Studio Code, and third is install Python inside Visual Studio Code. That means set up Python inside your Visual Studio Code. So just click on, let's say, this install Python, and then you will see this step 1. So you just simply have to watch this step 1 video, okay? Play this. So now guys, we will going to, so just watch this video. This video will going to teach you to install Python. Then just scroll little bit up, then you will see the second step, that is step 2, that is to install Visual Studio Code. So you have to play this video again to know how to install Visual Studio Code, okay? And then we have the third video, that is step 3. You just have to play this video to install Python inside your Visual Studio Code, right? So these are the 3 requirements I want you guys to fulfill. That is very much important. That is to install Python, then install Visual Studio Code, and then install this Python which you have installed in the first step. You have to install that Python inside your Visual Studio Code, okay? The same Visual Studio Code which you have installed on the second step. So that is the requirement I want you guys to do. So just go ahead to my website, watch these 3 videos and do all the necessary requirements before we just go ahead and learn Python, okay? So now guys, we will going to talk about more requirements I want you guys to fulfill, okay? So now friends, we have to go ahead with kind of more advanced thing, okay? So you all remember that right now what inside this course we will going to learn about Python, okay? Let me just rectify it. We will going to learn about Python using AI tools, okay? Using AI tool, that is artificial intelligence. So basically we will going to use 2 tools, that is ChatGPT And second tool we can also use is that Google Bard. So these AI tools will going to help us for the Python. So you can learn Python using these AI tools. Okay, and you can even write code, you can even debug the issue, so everything will be covered. Okay, but the requirement which I want you guys to do is that you first have to know the basics of ChatGPT and Google Bard. So basically I want you guys to do one more thing, is that you have to learn Chat GPT plus Google Bard basics. Okay, so I will going to provide you my free course on my website. Okay, so that course will going to teach you what is AI. Okay, and second thing, it will also going to teach you what is NLP. Third thing, it will also going to teach you what is LLM. And fourth thing, it will going to teach you how to use ChatGPT and Google Bard. So I have created 2 free courses for you guys, which you can of course watch it from my website. So let me just show you guys how you can watch those courses. So again, let me just teach you from scratch. Just type again Cuckoo courses. Okay, click on enter button, my friends. Then you guys will going to see this website cuckoocourses.com. so just click on this website. Okay, and after you come here, you just again have to scroll at the very bottom, and then you guys will going to see we have option here called as free courses. So you just have to click on that free courses option, my friends. And then, my friends, here we have to learn ChatGPT. Okay, first of all, so here you can see we first have to learn ChatGPT. So we are providing you first free course of ChatGPT, and how you can access it. You can just simply search here prompt, PROMPT, click on enter button, and then it will going to tell you this course, that is prompt engineering masterclass plus 5 practical examples. So my friends, it's totally a free course. So if you want to know about ChatGPT, and I highly request you guys to go ahead, okay, and watch these free courses of ChatGPT. Okay, so you can just simply open this course. So after you will click on that course, you will see this type of interface. It's totally 1 hour course. Okay, so what you need to do, my friends, is that you just simply have to click on this start learning button. You don't have to register for anything. You don't have to put any credit card details. Just click on start learning button, and it will going to load the player, and then just click on this play button and watch, because you can see here we are using ChatGPT for this course. So just play this video and wait for it to play. Okay, hey guys, welcome to this prompt engineering. Let me just make it little bit forward. Okay, right. So in a way, see, let me just wait for few seconds. It's nothing but it's like a recipe that will be, oops. So basically you have to watch this course from starting to end. Okay, so here you can see that in this free course, you will basically going to learn what is NLP, LLM, AI, GPT. Okay, and we will also going to teach you how you can use ChatGPT. And it's very much important, my friends. If it's my request if you are learning Python. Okay, so just go ahead to this course, watch this video from starting to end, so you will learn how to use ChatGPT professionally. Okay, in this free course, it's a free course but it's very valuable. So just go ahead and you will see this course. Again, what you can do is that again you can just scroll down and click on free courses again. Now it's time to learn about Google Bard, right? So just search for here Bard, BRD Bard, click on enter button, and then you will see this free course, that is Google Bard AI chatbot free Google Bard course. You just have to click on this course. Again, same principle, it's also 1 hour course. So just click on the start learning button and make sure you guys also watch this course from starting to end, and this will be enough for you guys. Okay, so just click on play button. Hey guys, welcome. So here you will just going to learn what is AI, NLP, LLM with 3 practical examples. So in this way you will going to learn to use Google Bard with 3 practical examples, and you will basically going to understand a lot of things. And for this Python course, these 2 free courses are enough for you. Okay, so make sure that ChatGPT and Google Bard, just watch this free course. You will learn what is AI, what is NLP, what is LLM, and how to use ChatGPT and Google Bard as well with these 2 videos which I have just now shown you. So it's my humble request to please fulfill these 4 requirements. Okay, and then you guys are good enough to learn about Python. Okay, so please request, just go ahead, install Python. If you haven't, install Visual Studio Code and install the Python inside Visual Studio Code. And also make sure that you watch the free course, that is ChatGPT and Google Bard from our website, to understand how this platform works and each and every detail about them. So you will going to have a better understanding of whatever we will going to do in the future lessons of the Python. Okay, because we will going to use term LLM, okay, various time in this Python course as well. Okay, so you may get confused, so that's why it's better to just go ahead and watch these 2 free course as well. Okay, so that is what the requirements are all about. Okay, make sure you watch it. Guys, let's open your Visual Studio Code, right? And from here, first of all, let's install first extension which I want. So if you will click on extension, so in your case you have already installed the Python, right? I guess so you can see it's already installed. That's why it's not showing you install option here. And the second thing I want you guys is that you can just write here @ and you can just write popular themes or popular theme. Okay, and then my friends, from here you guys will going to see this particular I can say theme, that is OneDark Pro. So you can just simply click on the install option and wait for it to get installed. Basically it will just going to create a dark theme for us which we can work on. So you can just select OneDark Pro. Okay, so we are now 100% good to go with the Visual Studio Code. Now you can just simply close it. Okay, and we will going to again start the Visual Studio Code and create our first file and folder. So let's create our first file okay, inside Python, inside Visual Studio Code basically. So again, just open your Visual Studio Code, my friends, and then you will going to see the option something like this. You can just close the Explorer to get more time, or I can say more space. Okay, like that. And then you will see the interface like this. And from here, my friends, what we can do is that we can create one new file, or we can, let's say, create one new folder. So what I will going to suggest you guys, you can just create it wherever you want to, inside any particular folder. You can create that file, or maybe on your desktop, okay, or anywhere, maybe on your hard drive. You can just create one new folder. So for example, I can say uh, Python projects. Okay, like that. So you can just create this folder. Okay, and right now you can see it's empty. So we will going to use this particular folder for workspace for the Visual Studio Code editor. Okay, so how you can connect this folder to your Visual Studio Code? Sorry, you can just close it up. Okay, so how you can do that? You can just simply click on this explorer, my friends, and then you guys will going to see this open folder, or here you will, if you will close the explorer, you will see this option called as open. Okay, you can see here we have folder type of icon, so click on that, and wherever your folder is, so I have put my folder inside desktop, so I will select desktop, and this was the Python projects. So I will select that and I will click on the open button. So you can see that right now I am inside my Python projects which I have created now, which is this one, right? Very simple and easy. Now my friends, inside this folder we will going to create new file. Okay, so to create new file, you will going to see this option called as new file. Here you can just follow my cursor, just click on this new file, and then you can just write here, let's say anything. For example, in my case I will going to write main.py, and I also suggest you guys to write the same name. Okay, so we can just coordinate with each other throughout the course, and you will see whenever we just talk about Python, okay, so always add .py. .py stands for Python, so it's a extension of the file. Okay, so main.py, if you can also create some other name like demo.py, but .py is 100% fixed. Okay, you always have to add whenever you create any Python file. Okay, .py is basically extension of Python which you have to add. So in our case we will going to use main.py. Okay, and click on enter button, and you can see we have got this main.py, and welcome window is here and main.py is here. You can just close the welcome window, so just click on this cross button, it will close the welcome video, and you can see right now we are in main.py file, and in this way we have created the first file in our Python. Okay, or you can say in our Visual Studio Code. Now see the magic. Right now our folder was empty, but if you will just open this folder again, so automatically main.py is also created inside our Python project, because we have created one new file inside our Python project directly from Visual Studio Code. So that's why it has been created automatically inside our folder. So that is amazing, right? So you can see we have created one new file and we can run it. For example, in Python, whenever you want to see the output, okay, result, so we have to use print, that is print, print. And whenever you use print, so just use these brackets, okay, use it, and then inside this we can just write anything. For example, I can put in quotes. Okay, now do not worry, just follow what I am doing, you will understand everything in the coming lectures. And I can say this is my first Python file. Okay, and you can see that we have created one Python or I can say one text. Now how to run this output? Okay, so to do that you can just open terminal, you can just click on this top terminal and new terminal, but instead of that you can just take your cursor here and you will see this play button here. Okay, so by default Python gives us a play button to run the Python file which we have written. So if you will just play it, so automatically your terminal will going to open and it will going to write, this is my first Python file. So we just told Python that just print this text. Okay, So that is what it has printed here. This is my first Python file. So let's remove this. Okay, so in this way we have created our first Python file. And if you want to open new terminal again, so you can just click on the terminal, click on new terminal, so everything will be cleared, okay, like this. And here you can see it will automatically going to detect your Python project, that means the folder name where we are working, right? So that's amazing, right? So that's how we have created one new file inside Visual Studio Code, and that is amazing. And throughout this course you will slowly and gradually learn everything, and whatever we are doing right now you will also going to interlink, okay, whatever we are doing, okay. Like for example, you might be confused that while doing this we have used some these codes, right? And then inside these codes we have written some text. So why we have done that? So each and everything will be told to you, okay. Slowly and gradually you will going to understand each and everything, okay. So that is what I just want to tell you, and hope you guys have understood and created your first file with Visual Studio Code inside Python, okay. It's just amazing. So now guys, we will going to learn about one new concept we have, that is variables. So now what is a variable? That is what we will basically going to learn, okay. So variables. So guys, variables in a very simple way I can just say it's like a box, okay. You can just understand variable as a box. So this is, let's say, one box, okay, and inside this box we can just put any data, okay. We can just put any data. So this box, as I have mentioned, it will be considered as variable in Python, or a box where we can store data, okay. So now this data which we will going to store inside variable box, so this data can be of different types. First type, it can be in the form of, let's say, text. Second, let's say it can be in the form of numbers. Third, let's say it can be in the form of decimals. And next it can be in the form of boolean. Now what is that? We will going to talk about that in later on, right? So just understand one very simple concept, that variable is nothing but a box, and inside that box we just put some datas, and datas can be in the form of anything that is in the text, decimal, numbers, boolean, right? And there can be more, but as a basics these are the things, right? So how you can create a variable, or I can say box? So let's do one thing. First I will going to explain that using one example here, okay. Then we will going to implement this same inside Visual Studio Code. So let's say I can write one variable, okay, or I can create one box, let's say age, okay. Now I have created one, let's say, box. I can say I have created one box, let's say, of age, okay, simply. And to put data inside this box we will going to write equals to, and which type of data you want you can just put it. For example, my age is, let's say, 22, right? So that is what it is. So here the left side is the variable, and right side is the type of data. So this data can be in the form of number, I can right now in this example I have put it as a number. It can be in the form of text as well, decimal as well, or boolean as well, right? So let's see how we can just do this same thing inside our Visual Studio Code. So it's very simple. Right now we are in the Visual Studio Code, and let's say I want to create one box, okay, and the name of that box will be or I can say we will going to create one new variable, and name of that variable, or I can say box, will be age. Okay, so I will just going to write here age, and to put any data inside it, we will going to write equals to, and then you can just write any data. Okay, data. Now you have created one age variable box. Okay, and inside that you can just put any data. So like here we will, let's say, put 22. Okay, so my age is 22, so that's it. So I have created one variable. Okay, with it's a kind of a box, and the name of that variable, or I can say box, is age, and inside that age box or variable I have put one number. Okay, that is 22. So I guess somehow that simple and easy. There is nothing such complicated thing, right? So that is what it is. And there are few things I want to tell you, is that always try, one note I want to give, always try to use small letters. Okay, now what I mean to say by that, see, you can also create one new variable. Let's say a can be in big, another thing in small. Age equals to, let's say, 30, let's say 20. Okay, you can also create one new variable with a complete big letters. Age equals to, let's say, 30. So this is what I mean to say, is that always try to use this concept of small letters. Okay, whenever you create Python or do any Python task, always make sure that you use only small letters, because in my experience, if you use small, so it will be more easy for you to debug and write the code. But if you use anything like big letters, or use anything like that, okay, title case, that means first letter will be big and another will be small. So this type of thing kindly avoid inside Python, because Python is very case sensitive, and in future you may face problem, right? And one more thing I just want to tell you, that whenever you use, let's say, anything, any variable, if you create with complete big letters, okay, so that number will be constant. You cannot change it in Python. Like in our case, we have written this age equals to 20, everything in big. So this this will be constant, okay, throughout the big file. When you will going to create big file, so at that time, if you have used any large letters, okay, or big letters, and you have defined one data inside that variable, so you cannot change that. It will be always constant. So let's not confuse you guys, but remember that whatever variable you create, okay, it should always be small. Okay, or you can just say something like this. Let's say small age. Now if you want to add multiple multiple words, okay, so you can use underscore age underscore of I can say John. Age of John equals to, we have created, let's say, let me just show you. So here what we are doing is that we are creating one new variable, that is age of John. Okay, one new box, age of John, and we are, let me just write age of John. Age of John equals to, we can just, let's say, put 40. Okay, so that means we have created one new variable, or I can say box, and inside that age of John variable or box, we have put one data, that is 40. Okay, so age of John equals to 40. Now always you have to use this underscore because it is very much important. Let me just show you, if you will not going to use I can say, if you will not going to use underscore, so what will going to happen? Age of, let's say, Maya equals to, let's say, 50. So you can see error is showing in Python. Why? Because you have not because you have not used underscore. So whenever you write multiple words, so make sure that use underscore. Let me just show you. Age of Maya equals to 50. Now you can see that error is gone, right? And whenever you do any error, okay, so you can see in your terminal here. If you will not going to see, just open the terminal, new terminal, and then you will see that it will going to show you, and Python will going to rectify that. Okay, you have written age of, okay, but it is not defined, okay, because you have separated by new lines or semicolons. So now you can see after I have put underscore, now it's solved, right? So that is what the thing. So hope you guys have somehow understood what is basically variable. It's a box, you can say it's a box, and inside that box you can put any data, and that data can be type of text, numbers, decimal, boolean, okay, and we have shown you with examples as well. And always remember, use small letters as I have told you, right? So this is what I just want to tell you here, and hope you guys have understood the basics of, or you guys have got some basic idea of what is variable. So now guys, we will going to talk about types of datas. So let me just open one new file. Okay, so first we have basically taught you a lot about the datas, right? So types of data, so you can see we have text, numbers, decimals, boolean. So you can say, my friends, this is all the different data types, right? So let me just show you, there are more, but in general text, number, decimal and boolean are very common. So if we just go ahead and let me just show you data types of variable, right? So there are various data I have basically taught you. So first is called as text, right? First is called as text, right? And another one is called as numbers. Third, you can say like decimal. And fourth is, you can say, it's a boolean, right? So we have lot types of data. So my friends, in the world of Python, okay, we called this data with a different name. Like for example, you can say let me just tell you with some example, okay? Okay, let's leave, but you can basically in Python you can call this data with the different name. So text we called is as a string, 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 okay, in Python. And numbers we called it as a integers. And decimal we called it as a floats, floats, floats. And boolean, it's same boolean you can call, or let's say bull or boo, something like that. Okay, so that is very simple. So in the world of Python, we called text data as string, numbers as integers, decimals as floats, boolean as bool. Okay, simple, easy. And one more thing I just want to tell you is that uh, whenever we write any text, so we always use this quotes. Okay, in Python. So inside this quotes you can just add any text you want. So remember when we were starting, okay, so we have just written print. Okay, we have put bracket and we have written this is my first, something like that, first Python file, right? But here you will notice that we are not using the quotes. You can see these quotes. That's why here you will see that we are facing the problem, and you can see this quotes is not mentioned. Now let's write the code. So I will just add here one quotes, and here I will going to add one. So now you can see the error is short and it is showing no problem. So whenever you write text, okay, so always use these quotes. Okay, and inside that quotes use this any text, or inside that quotes write any text you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss this with some examples, right? So for example, let me say we have one text here. So what I can write here is that, let's say, name equals to, okay, so I've created one new variable. Okay, new variable, remember we have this variable. Okay, so it's a box, so we have created one new box or variable, and the name of that box or variable is name. Okay, and inside that name we will going to put one text, and I have told you that whenever you put text, so always use quotes. So I will going to put here quotes, and then I will write here Kunal. So my name is Kunal. Simple, easy. And similarly, let's talk the different type. Let's say we have, let's say, numbers. Okay, so let's create one new one. So numbers, I can create one new variable. And one more thing, so this we have written in text, so it will be called as a string, right? So it's very simple. And let's now talk about numbers. Okay, so numbers in Python we call it as an integer. So let's create one new variable for that, or box, and I can say let's age. Okay, so age, now we want to put one data inside this variable or a box of age, and the data we will going to put here will be number, and it will be considered as a integers. Okay, so number, so it can be, let's say, 22. My age is 22. Simple. And let's create with a new variable that is of decimal. So in Python we call the decimal type of data as floats, right? So what I can do is that I can write here, let's say, height. So I have created one new variable or box, and the name of that box or a variable is height, and inside this height variable we will going to put one data, and that data will be a decimal. In Python we call it as a floats, right? So let's say my height is 5.5. Simple and easy. So this is for decimal, so you can just write decimal. So any data which you will going to write in points, like 5.5, okay, let's say 0.75, anything, okay, in points or decimal, so it will be considered as a floats data, right? And this number can be even in the negative format as well, like -4, okay, 70,000, okay, -5, anything, okay, but it should be in the numbers, so that will be considered as integers. And last type of data is that we can create is boolean. So guys, if we just talk about boolean, so this boolean type of data will only of two types, either true or false, right? So let's go ahead and learn this. So for example, is, then I have told you that when we want to add multiple uh, words in one line, so we can just write is underscore is she underscore cheating underscore on underscore me. So I've created one new variable or box, and the name of that variable or box is she cheating on me, equals to what type of data we want to put. We want to put boolean type of data, and that can be in the two format, either true or false. So I can say true. Is she cheating on me? True. Is she cheating on me? False. Okay, there can be two type of data. So hope you guys have understood the concept of different types of data we have. Okay, so in Python we have generally four types of data which are very main. There are more datas, but these are very basic and important, that is text, numbers, decimals and boolean. And text type of data is called a string. So always remember, in future lesson we will always going to use string. So remember, we will going to use text data, or we are talking about text type of data. And whenever in future we will going to use integer word, so remember that we are talking about number type of data. And similarly, whenever we will say we floats, so remember we will going to talk about the decimal type of data. And fourth is the boolean, which will only consider of two type, that is true or false, right? So hope you guys have understood the concept of these types of data. And in Python, my friends, you can also use a type function. Okay, so let me just mark here. You can use type function. So basically, type function will going to tell you which type of data you are using, whether text, number, decimal, or let's say boolean. So sometimes it may happen in future that you are decoding some kind of code and you want to see that which data has been used inside that variable. So you can use this type function, and how to implement that, let me just teach you guys. So for example, we have here lots of data here. Okay, so what I can do, my friend, is that I can say like type, I can just write here, let's say we have here name, right? Name equals to Kunal. Okay, so I can just write here type underscore of underscore name. That means type of name underscore data. Okay, I can just create any variable, and I can just write equals to, and then I can just write type, make sure everything is small. Okay, and then open the bracket. Okay, and insert the name, that means whatever you have here. So name, I will just copy paste it here. Okay, so what we are doing here is that we are asking Python that we have this particular variable name, and inside that variable we have this data. So tell us which data type it is. Okay, so that is what we have written here, type of name data, that means what type of data it is, equals to type name, that means type, which type of data is of this name variable. Okay, and then to bring any output, as I have told you, write print. Okay, then open the bracket, and we want to print this particular thing. Okay, so let me just copy that and paste inside this here. So so if I just try to play, so here you can see here it printed string. Okay, so that means here you can see string data it is. So inside the name variable we have string data, and as I have told you that whenever any text related data will be, it will be string, and that is what Python has told us here, that is string. Okay, in short, string. And let's see about this. So same I can do, let's say type of age data. Okay, you can just name it anything. Okay, equals to type age. Okay, and we can just print it, print, open the bracket, let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, let's print it again. So you can see that it's saying string. See, because first print it has printed of string, second it has printed of this one. Okay, so this is integer because this is a number related data, so we already know that, but I'm just trying to teach you that in future there can be situation where when you want to know that which type of data has been used inside that variable, so you can use this type function to identify that type of data. Same we can just do it here as well. Type of, let's say you can just name it anything, so I will write type of height data. Okay, equals to type, open the bracket, paste this variable name I have pasted, and let's print the result. Print, open the bracket, and I will just copy this particular variable which we have created, paste it here. Now see, I will just play it, and now you can see it has created a string for the first one, second one is the integer, that means it is related to number data, and third is float, that means it is related to decimal data, right? So hope you guys have understood the concept, and same you guys can do with here as well. Let's try it out. Okay, type, let's say type of, I can just name it as, let's say last data. Okay, equals to, let's say type, we are just talking about this variable, just copy and paste it here. Print, open the bracket, now we have to copy this data, paste this data here. Now let's play it and see. Python has told you that first data is related to string, which is related to text, of course. Second is related to integer because it has number inside that variable. Third is the float, which is height variable, inside that we have put the point related data, and I have told you that decimal type of data is called as float, so that is what Python has mentioned here. And the last one is boolean because it consists either true or false, so it will lie, okay, in bool. So in this way, if you want to ever know the type of data used inside any variable, so you can use this type of type function. Just write any or create one new variable and write equals to, then use this type function, and whatever data inside variable you want to know. For example, we have this variable, so if you want to know what type of data inside this variable, so just paste that variable here and print the new variable you have created, and it will show you, Python will going to show you what data has been inside, or what data has been used inside that variable. So now guys, we will going to cover new operator thing. Okay, so it will be very interesting to learn. So let me just create one new presentation for you guys. Okay, so now what we will be learning, we will going to learn about operators, or I can say operations. Oh my god, let me just rub it up. Okay, so operations. So operations which we all used to do when we were a child. Okay, so we all used to do that in our schools and college. So basically it's related to mathematics. Okay, so we will going to play with some mathematics, okay, and some data types. So do not worry if you're thinking that, oh my god, we have to do mathematics and I am very poor at that. So it's not like that. We were not going to do anything complicated here, but we will just try to make you guys understand these concepts in a very simple way. Okay, so we all know different types of operations we have, like let's say plus, right? We have minus, that is addition. Here I'm talking about addition, subtraction, and then we have this multiplications, right? And then we also have a divide, right? And then we also has some mod. So mod, if you are not aware about that, it's not like basically a percentage, but we will going to discuss that. Okay, and we also have raised to the power. Okay, that means n to the power m type of thing. Okay, remember. So these are basically operations which you can do in Python as well. For example, if we just show you directly. Okay, so let's just go ahead in Python or Visual Studio Code. Let me just remove all of them, delete button. Okay, so what we can do is that, let's say I write, let's say a number underscore 1. So I've created one new variable, or I can say box, and let's say I have put here, let's say 2. I click on enter button to go to the next line, and I will going to put another one, that is number 2. Okay, equals to, I can just put any type of data, that means integer data only. Let's put it 5. Okay, sorry, 5. Now how we can add that? Okay, so it's very simple. So you can just write, let's say sum, we want to do sum equals to, now you can just write this, you can just select that, copy that, paste it here, number 1, which we have just copied from here, put this space, and for addition you all remember that we have this plus sign. So just press shift plus button on your keyboard. Which number we want to plus, that is number 2. So I will just copy the number 2, I will put it here like this, click on enter, and we want to print this result. So I will just write print. Okay, and what we want print sum. That means if I will just copy paste it here, sum. Now just play it. Let me just create new new terminal console. Okay, and let's play it, and you can say it's 7. So it has done very simple thing. That means we have created two variable, which is number 1 equals to 2 and number 2 equals to 5, and we want to add them. So we can just do sum equals to number 1, that means number 1. So number 1 value is 2, so it has taken here 2. Okay, plus number 2 value is equals to 5, right? So it has taken here number 2 value as 5, and then it has add both of them. Okay, so sum equals to, it's not related to sum, you can just name it whatever you want. For example, even you can just name it, let's say result. Okay, and result you can just put it here. So it doesn't matter what you write here, but this operation or operator matters. Okay, like here we have just put plus. Okay, so it has put plus. Now if we just change it, let's say I just put here minus. Okay, or let me just do one thing, I just want to change this number 1, I can just put it 20, and let's put me this number 2 equals to 2. Okay, now what we are doing is that we are just subtracting number 1, which is 20, minus number 2, which is 2. Let's print it. Now see, 20 minus 2 is 18. So we have used minus operator. Now use multiply. Okay, to use multiply you have to use the asterisk, which you can see on your keyboard. Most probably shift plus 8. Okay, for multiplication, that is asterisk sign. And if you will just play the result, so you can see 20, because number 1 equals to 20, into number 2, that is 2. So 20 into 2, that is 40. So that is the multiplication one. Even you can just do divide. So divide is denote with the slash. So if I will just write here is slash. Now let's play this, and you can see 20 divided by 2, that is 10, right? And then we have this mod as well. So now what is mod? But before that, let's first discuss about power. Okay, so my friends, understand one thing, that whenever we want to use power stuff, right, so we have to use double asterisk. Okay, that means, let me just show you. For example, right now in our case we have number 1 is related to number 1 variable is equals to 20, right? And number 2 equals to number 2 we have defined as 2. Okay, number 2 equals 2. So 20 to the power 2, right? So that is what I am talking about. To 20 is to the power 2, right? So if we want to do this type of operation, so we have to use double asterisk sign. So let's do this in the Visual Studio. So I will going to use double asterisk. Okay, now it will just put 20s to the power 2, and it will going to put result as 400. Okay, that means what it has done is that it has 20 into 20, that is 400, right? So I hope you guys have understood the basic thing, power. Now let's talk about this mode. So to make you guys understand, what I will going to do is that what I can do is that I can just change the value of number 2 as 3. Okay, so here what I have done is that I've changed the number 2 value, oops, eraser, and I have written here 3. Okay, so it means that when you divide 3 by when you divide 20 by 3, so what you will going to do, 6 3s are 18. Now if you will just minus is 10, 1 here will be 0, 10, 2, right? So 0 2, that means 2. So this 2 will be what? It is remainder. Okay, so this type of operation, if you want to perform, so you have to use the mod. So how you can how we can do that, let me just show you. Okay, for example, if you want to use this, you can just use this percentile, that is shift plus I guess 5. Okay, so you will going to get this option, and when you will going to play it, you will see it will bring the output 2, because the remainder 2. Basically it will, this particular mod will only going to bring the remainder. Okay, so like 20 divided by 3, so remainder will be 2. So using this operation you can bring the remainder, right? So hope you guys have understood. It's very simple operations. Okay, so guys, let's play more with this operations. So what I can do is that I can just create one new variable or box name age, and inside that I will going to put one integer data, that is number. Okay, and let's play with that. Okay, so what I can do is that normal age is 20, and what I can do, I can just create one new variable or new box name new age. Okay, equals to, and inside that I want to put different data. So what I can say is that I can say age. So age I have taken from here. Okay, age equals to 20. So Python will going to bring this age value, that is 20 here. So it will automatically going to put here 20. Okay, or age 20 plus we want 5. So we want Python new age. Okay, so we have created one new variable or new box named new age, and inside that we want to put this operation result. Okay, so we want to put the age, that is 20. 20 plus 5 will be 25. So we want to put 25 data inside a new variable or new box, that is new age. So let's print it. So I can just print both. Let's say print age. So I will just copy the age here, paste it here. Similarly, let's also print, open the bracket, and let's print this new age as well, copy and paste it here. Let's run the value, and you can see we are getting 20 and 25. That means age is 20. So we have just print age equals to 20. So it has bring the 20 only, and in the new age it has bring equals to age, new age equals to age plus 5. So 20 plus 5, that is 25, right? So I guess somehow that's simple. Now let's go and play more. So now what we can do is that we can just say half underscore age. So we have created one new variable or new box. We have named this as a half age. Okay, and then we will going to use here age. Okay, so it has automatically taken the value of age 20. Now we can just divide it by, let's say, 2, and we can just print half age. So I will copy and paste it here. Okay, and now let's play it, and you will see the 20 divided by 2, that is 10, right? So amazing, right? And let's play it more. So I can, let's say, double underscore age. So now what I can do, double underscore age equals to age, multiply by 2. So I can just print it, print double age. So let's play it. So it will be 40. That means age 20 into 2, that is 40, right? And similarly we can even do with mod as well. So mod, remember. So what I can do is that age underscore, let's say, mod, let's say we want remainder of, let's say, 3. Okay, we will going to divide it by 3. So what I can say is that age, that multiplication sign, sorry, percentage sign for the mod, and 3. Okay, and just print it. Play it, and you can see so we have divided 20 divided by 3. So very simple it is. That means what we have done is that we have said that we have to divide the age 20. Okay, we have to divide the age 20 by this 3. So I will just going to write 3 here. So 6 3 is 18. Again same, remainder will be 2. So that is what the output it has given is 2, right? So simple and easy. There is nothing complicated here, my friends, right? Now let's play it more. What we can do is that we can also play with, let's say, I can say floats type of data, that is decimal type of data. So what we can do is that we can say height equals to 1.75, let's assume, and we can just double this height. So we have created one new variable or new box, double height, and what we want to do is that we want the height to be multiplied, so asterisk sign, by 2. So print the double height, and let's play it, and you can see it's 3.5. So always remember that whenever you play with decimal, so the output will always be decimal. That means whenever you use any integers type of floats type of data, that is decimal data. Okay, so you remember decimal floats data. So when you use any floats data in the input, so the output or result will be always in the floats only, or in decimals only, right? Similarly, we can just do with, let's say, half height, half underscore height equals to height, that is this value height. Let's divide it by 2 and print the result, that is half height. Let's see the result, and you can see it has divided and also given in the decimal digit, so result in the decimal output. So that is what I have told you, that when you play with any float where there will be decimal, so the output will also be in the decimals only, right? And my friends, you can also do a lot many things. You can also add some text as well. For example, let me say greetings equals to hello. Okay, so I want to add text. So I have told you text is string, always use in quotes. So I will just going to write here hello underscore hello and comma, and I can put some space here. Okay, like this. Now why we have put space, I will going to tell you that. Then what I can do is that I can just add or create one new variable or a box, name welcome message equals to, I can say greeting plus I can add one more text in this quotes, hello Kunal, right? And now if I will just print the welcome message, put that inside brackets and click on play button, you can see hello Kunal. So you can also add the text as well. So if you will not going to put here space, for example, if I will just remove the space here, so you will see the hello Kunal will be stick here. So we in the previous case it was having some space, and now as we have removed the space from here, so it just stick with each other. So that's why we can just put a space here, or here we can also do that. You can just put a space here. Now see that, now you can say it's solved, right? So you can either add space here or here, both will going to act same, right? So in this way you can just play with text as well, right? And one more thing, my friends, I just want to tell you that you can of course play with text, but it should be a common sense. That means, see, let me just show you in the presentation. See, we have just told you to use text. Okay, so for example, if you want to divide, let's say Kunal, okay, a text, that means it's a string, and if you want to divide it, let's say by any integer, let's say Kunal divided by 2, so just imagine, can it be possible? Of course not. You can of course divide 20 by 2, you can divide 100 by 2, so you all know that it will be divisible, but a text you cannot divide that, right? So just use your common sense there. Let me also see this performance here. For example, what we can do is that I can say we have here, let's say name equals to, let's say Kunal, right? And we can just put, let's say stupid. Okay, we can just put one new variable or a box, name is stupid, and we can just put inside one data that will be integer, that is 2. And if we want to divide it, so we can just say result equals to name, okay, divided by stupid. So stupid means 2, okay, and name means Kunal. So now if we just try to print it, print result, so you will see Python will going to show you error, because you can see it has started to show you error, because it is not possible. Basically you cannot add unsupported operation, you can say you cannot just divide a string with integers. So that's the very basic thing, of course. So make sure that whenever you just play with operations, so use your common sense, that what I can do, what I cannot, okay. But of course you can just add the text as well, but you cannot divide it, multiply the text, okay. So you cannot do that. So that's the but obvious thing, and otherwise everything is good to go. And hope you guys have got a better understanding what operations are, and you have really enjoyed it with whatever we have shown you. And remember one thing, that all these thing require practice. So make sure you just watch lectures again and again, try to add, plus, multiply with any digit you want, create new variables and just play with them. Then you will be get familiar with Python, and slowly and gradually with practice you will understand each and everything. So hope I have tried my 100% to make you guys understand, and I hope you guys have understood these basics, okay. So now guys, we will going to talk about compound assignment, okay. Now what is that? It's very simple. It's basically means that whenever we try to do operations, so after doing operations, my friend, we use that same variable to make changes. Now what I mean to say by that, let me just show you example, so you will better going to understand what I mean to say. So I will just remove each and everything, okay. So for example, if I just write here age equals to 20, okay. And for example, I want to make some changes inside this particular same variable. So how I can do that? So it's easy, just write age, same variable, same name, each and everything. Just copy this age, paste it here, or you can just simply write that same age plus 5. So age is 20 plus 5, okay. So you are just making changes inside the same variable only. So sometimes it may happen that in future we want to make some changes in the particular variable directly, okay. So we cannot do that from the source, otherwise it will going to harm our complete code. So wherever we want to make changes, we just add the variable there, like here we have done, okay. And do not worry, in coming time we will going to exactly going to teach you, okay. If we come into this scenario, okay. But this is how you can just make changes inside that same variable, okay, like that. So that's how. Now if you will just sum up, so you can see we have got result as 25, okay. Now my friends, there is also one more way to write this thing, like age equals to age plus 5, okay. So instead of this, what you can do is that, for example, we want to make some changes in age, okay. So you can just add the plus in front of this equal sign, and rest you don't have to do anything like this. That's it, okay. And this is another way. This will going to do that same task, but you have written this in a different way. Now if you will just run the application, so here we have 25 again, right. Same you can do. For example, age, if you want to, let's say, divide, okay, divide by 2 this age, okay, within this same variable. So age divided by equals to, we want 20 divided by 2, okay. So you can just do the same thing like we have done here, okay. You just have to put the operation in left side of equals to sign, and then whatever you want to make manipulation inside this same variable, you can do that. For example, divide, same, let's say age, you can just multiply that as well, age, multiply multiply equals to, let's say 6, same, you can just do age minus, equals to, let's say 10. So that's how you can just move on more and more. So that is what it is called as compound assignment, where we just make changes inside the same variable only, okay, to get certain output. So hope you guys have understood the concept of compound assignment. So now guys, we have just taught you a lot of things like what is variables, what is data types, operations, compound assignments. Now for some reason, okay, or there's a one new thing which I just want to tell you. We will going to use LLMs now, like ChatGPT and Google Bart, and I assume that you guys have watched the free courses that is related to ChatGPT and Google Bart, which I have told you, okay. Then you will basically going to understand what we will going to do now. So if you have not watched, so please go ahead and watch it. So now if we just say here, my friends, for example, if we just open ChatGPT, so you all know chat.openai, or let's open the Google Bart as well. So now whatever we have learned, so we will also going to understand how these LLM models like ChatGPT or Google Bart can help us, to learn Python. So basically in these both tools, you can just write this like, hey, you are expert in Python, and you are expert in Python, you have 20 years of experience teaching Python to let me just zoom it out, to 5 years old kids, okay. And you can also say you are expert in Python and AI, okay, and AI. You explain topics to 5, you explain you explain topics of Python and AI in very simple and easy way with examples. You teach everything about Python and AI like you are teaching to 5 years old kid. So your task is to help me out to learn Python and AI or you can just put it like this: help me out to call in, and click on shift and enter button to go to the next line. Your task is to help me out to learn Python and AI, generate Python codes, debug and finding errors in codes. Right, so then you can say will have you understood this? Okay, so my friends, basically you have to write, whether you're using, let's say, ChatGPT or Google Bar, this prompt, okay, which I have written in front of you in the screen. So basically we will now going to tell you that whatever we have learned, okay, till now about Python. So how, if you want to learn those same concepts in ChatGPT or Google Bard, so how you can learn that? Okay, so I will copy and paste this same prompt on Google Bard as well. Now let's click on enter to both of the tools. Okay, okay, so ChatGPT says that absolutely, I understand your request. I will do my best to explain Python and AI concepts in a simple and easy to understand manner, just like I am teaching to 5 years old. Feel free to ask any questions you have about Python, AI, generating code, or debugging. I will be there to help you every step of the way. Let's get started. What you will like to learn or work on first? Okay, so ChatGPT has understood your request. Now your ChatGPT is good to go to help you with Python. Okay, and same, yes, you can see even Google Bard has understood the prompt which we have put. Okay, now you can just ask it. So they both are now telling you to put any question, they will going to help you out. So let's basically talk about variable. Okay, so what is variable in Python? Question mark. I will put that same to Google Bard as well, and now they will going to explain you the variable concept in a very simple way with examples, like they are teaching to 5 years old kid, right? So sure thing, imagine you have a box where you can put different things like toys, candies, or even your favorite stickers. You can give this box a name like my special box. In Python we do something similar with variable, right? So you can see what we have taught you, they are just teaching you in a more similar way like what we have taught you, and they will going to give you with more examples. A variable in Python is like a labeled box where you can store different types of information, right? So same, that is what we have taught you, that in box we can just store different types of data, or you can say information. Okay, so see, that's the power of these AI tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard. Same, this Google Bard will also going to help you with. Okay, see, a variable in a Python named storage location for a value. Variables can store any type of data such as numbers, strings. Now you all remember all these things, right? And you can see that they will also going to show you with example. My variable equals to 5, like that, and they will explain you. In this example we have created a variable called my variable. Okay, so it's a variable box, and we have put the number 5 inside it. Okay, so it's a my underscore variable is one variable or a box, and inside that they have put the 5 data. So if you want to use this number later in your program, you can just say my variable and Python will know you mean to say 5. It's like giving me what's inside my special box. Okay, so that's it, and you have trained your ChatGPT and Google Bart to ask any questions to them, and that is how you can use these powerful tools. Okay, so let's talk about variable. Now let's talk about data types. Okay, hey, can you explain me different data types, like strings, okay, floats, and integers, boolean, oops, okay, and you can just put this type of prompt here and just see the magic of how these AI tools like ChatGPT will going to help you to explain this topic. Same you can just put to Google Bard as well, right? And see, of course, let's talk about different data types in Python using simple examples that a 5 years old can understand. Okay, so strings, you can see strings are like sentence or words. They are used for text. Okay, so that is what we have taught you. Example, they have given, hello, I am a string. Integers are whole numbers, like how many candies you have. Example 5. Floats, so floats are number with the decimal points. So see, whatever we have taught you, it's just telling you that same thing, right, with examples. So if you ever want to create some kind of notes for your project, or if you want to learn any topic again, okay, maybe after lecture you have forgotten what is, let's say, floats, so you can just come to ChatGPT or Google Bard and you can ask these models what are these things, and they are better going to help you. And there is a huge power. We will going to use ChatGPT's API as well in coming lectures. We will going to take the help of these tools to find some errors. So it's a very powerful tool, but right now we are just using to learn Python, and you can see I have just shown you with some examples. You can just use these tools and you can just learn the topics. Okay, and whatever we have taught you, it will just tell you the same thing again. Okay, and let's say uh, tell me what are operations, okay, in Python. Enter, put here, enter. Okay, and you can see they have started to give you maths operation. It will be like 5 plus 3, add two numbers, result is 8. So that's how amazing it is. And we have also talked about the text one. Okay, so it will also going to give you the text examples as well, so you can even learn more things in a different way using ChatGPT and Google Bard as well, right? So you can see they have explained you each and everything one by one, and they are better to guide you with all the things, right? And for example, if you have not understood anything, so let's say you can just say uh, hey, hey, can you explain me, let's say, this. Second point, again, you mentioned above of, let's say, put that in quotes, whatever you want to learn it again. Maybe you have not understood that concept. Hey, can you help me with the second point, again you mentioned above. Okay, and ChatGPT will try to make you understand that same topic again. Okay, so it's sure, like you can see here, and same you can just ask to Google Bard as well. So that's very powerful. Okay, so that's how you can use these AI tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard to ask it any question, any doubts you have for any purpose. And throughout these coming lectures you will see how much powerful these tools are. Okay, so that is what I just want to tell you, how you can use these LLM models like ChatGPT and Google Bard to learn Python. Hey guys, so before we just go ahead with the free course, see, basically many big companies do not allow us to put more than 2 hours of free content or free course on their platform, right? So that's why I'm unable to give you in whatever platform you are, watching the Python course, okay, Python and ChatGPT course or Google Bard. So basically the thing is that we have put all the free course in our website itself. Okay, so that will also be free and you do not have to do any kind of sign up or anything. So you can just search for Cuckoo courses like this, search for this, then you just have to click on this first URL cuckoocourses.com, and then my friends you just have to scroll to very bottom. Okay, so just go and scroll to very bottom of the website, and then you will see the option of free courses. Okay, so click on this option, and my friends, after you will going to come here to the free courses, you will see all the free courses we have in our website. You can explore more like Midjourney free course, Google Bard free course, Mautic free course, and there are many more. You can just explore the second page as well. And from here my friends, you just have to search Python, click on enter, and then my friends, you guys will going to see this course we have, learn Python basics with AI tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard. Okay, so it's totally, you can see, free course. You don't have to pay anything or you have to do any kind of sign up or anything. It's totally free. Okay, so just click on this course, and after you will going to click on this course, my friends, you can see it's total 7 hours free course content for you. You can watch it from our website. Okay, and after you will do this, you just have to click on the start learning button. Okay, click on the start learning button, and the complete course will going to open for you for free. Okay, so basically maybe you are watching from YouTube, Udemy, or in any other platform. So till now you have watched till this much part. Okay, let me just show you. You have watched this much part. Okay, till here, like you have learned understanding variables, declaration types, operation, manipulation. Okay, and you have also watched this ChatGPT and Google Bard. Now from our website you have to start from here, understanding concepts of condition, functions, and more. Okay, so it's totally 1 or 3 hours content. You can see the time stamp. So just click here, and then that lecture will going to open. Okay, so basically you have to start from here. So basically it's a continuation, or it will continue from where you have stop. Okay, in the platforms like Udemy and YouTube or wherever it is. But to proceed further, you have to just continue from this lecture. You can just simply click on this play button. Now guys, you can also and see it will going to start to play. Okay, do some kind of conditions and logical operations using Python. Okay, so you can just take okay, so it's totally free for you guys. You do not have to pay anything, you do not have to sign up or anything. It's totally free for you, 100%. Just come to our website and proceed further to watch the free course of this Python. Okay, it's very much important, and make sure that at end you will see this API or ChatGPT API integration lecture. So this is very much important. Okay, and we will also going to attach one more lecture here, like how to get API keys from ChatGPT and Google Bard. Make sure that is also very much important. So make sure watch each and every lecture very carefully. You will going to learn a lot of things in this free course. Okay.